If you want to learn how to create melodies for your songs, then this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to teach you exactly how to create fire melodies within FL Studio. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, so just a disclaimer before we get into this video, you're not going to need to know any music theory or know how to play like piano or anything for this video, because for this video's sake, I'm just going to be using the piano roll within FL, and I'm going to make it really easy to understand for you. So with that out of the way, let's get right into the video. Okay, so before we start actually creating the melody, it's important to understand how a melody works. So basically, if you're creating a main melody for a song, it's going to be built around chords. So I'm going to show you exactly how to build chords within the piano roll. So to make this very simple, I'm going to go into Flex and just get a general piano right here. Now, if you want to, you can use a MIDI keyboard like this. However, we're just going to be working within the piano roll within FL, as I just said. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So yeah, you're going to want to go over here on the left, hit the plus sign, and then go down to Flex or whatever plugin you want to use. It doesn't matter what sound you're using. I'm just using the grand piano because I think it's going to be easiest to hear and understand how a melody works. So I'm going to go into Essential Pianos and then pick any of these pianos right here. I guess I'll just pick the electric one. And then what you're going to want to do is right click on the electric piano or whatever sound you just chose, and then select piano roll right here. So this is where we're going to be mainly working to create our melodies. So as you can hear, if I left click on there, it's going to select a note and place it where you want it. So let's say we're in 4/4 time and we want our beat to be at 130 BPM right here. So I'm just going to select a random note right here. Let's say E flat. And then we'll say the melody is going to go like da, 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 something like that. Just a very, very simple chord progression. So let's put those 4 notes in. So again, it goes like da, 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 da. I'm going to make sure I'm on step right here so it's easier to select the notes. And you just have to find the notes. You don't even have to know what note it is. Just if the pitch sounds right in your ear, then it's going to be right. So like that. Those are the 4 notes. We're going to build off this. Okay, so now what you're going to want to do is count 7 up from each of these notes. So go from E flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and place all those notes. So do that on every single note. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And after you've done that, see how it sounds. See how we're already creating those chords right there? If you want to, you can create what's called a major or a minor triad. So that will be 3 notes playing at the same time. So if you want to create a major triad, count 4 up from the bottom note. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you want to create a minor triad, so like kind of a sadder sounding chord, then you can go 1, 2, 3 up from the bottom note. But in this specific chord progression, I think I'm going to go major. So I went major, minor, major, major. Just a very, very simple chord progression. And now that we have our bass chords, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the bass in. So I'm going to go 1 octave below the bottom note. So that would be E flat. So E flat here. And then I'm just going to keep the same exact notes. So we're giving it a little bit more space to the melody, just like that. And now what we're going to do is create what's called a top melody. So it's kind of like a higher, more interesting melody. So what I do for this is I kind of play the melody and just play it over and over again until I can kind of think of an idea that I want it to be, like in my head. So I'll just do this. So I hear the first part going like da, 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 or something like that. So yeah, once you kind of think of that melody, you can start putting the notes in and messing around with it. So something like that maybe. So this is kind of the melody that I messed around with and created. It's very simple, but it's always good to have a top melody on top of your melodies to make it a lot more interesting. So this is what I came up with. to keep going with these second two chords. So yeah, after kind of messing around and trying a bunch of different notes and melodies, this is what I came up with. And utilizing the piano roll like this is a very good way to start out with your melodies, because it lays everything out in front of you very nicely, and it makes it very easy to understand. And it makes it easy to fine tune your melodies and get them to sound exactly the way you want them to without having to know how to play piano. So yeah, once you have that main bass melody, to kind of fill out your melody, you can add another sound right here. So yeah, go into any plugin you would like and pick any sound. I'm going to pick some sort of pad. And then all you're going to do with this second sound is copy the exact chords that you had in the first part. Not the top melody, but the chords. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the first melody we did, just do Control C. Then open up the piano roll of the second sound and then Control V. Now that's going to copy the entire melody over. But what I'm going to do now is just delete this top part. So yeah, once we have those chords laid out with two separate sounds, we're going to have a more full and enjoyable melody. Now the cool thing about making these type of melodies is that you can get super creative with them, and there's not really a certain stopping point that you have to follow. So I'm just going to open up another sound and create another sort of melody on there. So let's try to find like maybe a lead, something like some sort of lead maybe, and we're just going to create another melody. Just something different than the top melody of the first melody though, because we want to create a more interesting melody, and we already have the two melodies with the chords, so we're not going to do the chords again. And then we already have one top melody, so I'm going to figure out a different top melody that we can create that will go with the first two melodies, if that makes sense. Sorry if that was confusing. So I'm thinking maybe something that's kind of steady, not as spread out as the first top melody. So maybe like something like that. Like this maybe. Yeah, I'm liking where that's going. It might be better if we put it down an octave. So if you want to put your whole melody down an octave, just hold Control and then press the down arrow, just like that. So again, to create these melodies, I'm literally just playing the main basic melody just like this, and just kind of hearing other melodies in my head. And obviously, if you're not kind of used to creating music like this, it might not come that easy. But I feel like if you listen to the main melody enough times, something else will come to you that you can use to create a top melody. Okay, after that second part, I think I hear it going da 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 da. Maybe like this. Yeah, like that. So I'm going to copy this over. Just remember Control C, Control V to copy and paste, just like that. Maybe on the last one I'll do something different, like da da da. Maybe like this. Another thing you can do to make your melodies interesting, especially in FL, is if you want to go up here to the top left, click this little triangle icon, and then place it in between two notes just like this. You can can make a very cool kind of bending effect, and I really especially like to do this with my leads. I think it gives it a really cool effect. So I think I'm going to do that with all these. And yeah, I think that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and comment another video idea you would like to see. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.